Everybody, Edo here, and this is Cosmic Run, now up on Kickstarter, and this was designed by Steve and Seamus Finn. That's right, this is a father-son combo. Like, being a father myself, I can't think of much cooler than that. And the thing is, it's like a Steve Finn game, but more accessible, faster paced. It's like a Steve game, but instead of monks, we get space. This is the beginning of a wonderful relationship, or one that's been ongoing for the last 8 years. Anyway, Cosmic Run is essentially a push your luck game where you are trying to score as many victory points as possible by working your way up these tracks to either discover the planet, a planet, or get to the planet before it explodes from a meteor strike. And so essentially, as you're playing, each of these tracks are getting cleared and scored either by somebody getting to the top or it exploding along the way, causing both positive and negative points to each player as you go. And the game's over, essentially, when you've either gotten your pieces all the way to the top or they've exploded. The theme is a little weird in how it all comes together, because you're sort of like trying to discover something at the same time as it's going to get, be destroyed. But I like planets being destroyed, so I'm good with it. And when I said push your luck, it's essentially a dice game, but unlike Biblios Dice, which is a dice drafting game, here it's more like, say, Las Vegas, where I'm going to be rolling my dice, and then essentially, and you can't see it up there, but then essentially working to use those dice in order to either move up a track, or buy an alien, or even spend some on some abilities. So, for example, I'll roll my dice, and the first thing you do is you determine whether or not there is a meteor strike. And there's this helpful little guide. All of this is prototype material. I'm sure it'll look better down the road. He's now done lots of games, published lots of games for Dr. Finn Games. But early on, the chance of meteor strike is less. As you go on, it gets easier and easier. And you basically take the die roll you had, and these are dice that I have, but you take the two red or orange dice, and that's what your meteor score is. And then the other die you rolled, the blue one, is which planet it's going to strike. So you essentially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a miss. You determine what planet will be struck, and then depending on the roll here, it does. You get one shot, that's the one meteor, then it flips for 2 if the second time it hits, and the third time it's destroyed. Now again, I'll talk about it, but you're going to be moving up these tracks, and once you then flip, and that's what you get if it was destroyed. If you get all the way to the top, it wasn't. So, after that, you essentially are going to spend your dice. Now, to move up the first track is rolling a 1, and that's worth 1 spot. So I'll move up 1. To move up the second track, I need a pair. To move up the third track, I need 3 of a kind. And essentially, on each turn, you're able to, you can place as many dice as you want. So if I rolled 4 of a kind, I could put 4 dice here if they were all, say, 4s. But let's say I only had rolled 2 4s, but I wanted to see if I could get that. As soon as I've placed 1 die, I then can roll them again. So you're going to be placing, rolling, and trying to score as much points as you go. The other thing you can do, other than score tracks, is you can essentially buy these alien cards for, what they say. In this case, this one is a 1, this one is 2 3s. And the alien cards give you abilities like changing dice rolls, re-rolling, getting crystals, which are victory points, and they're all face down, but I have some of them face up, but you can pull those out. And just various advantages you can play, and some of them are on purchase, and other ones you have a number of times you can use it. So like, let's take, for example, this guy. He can increase a die roll 4 times once you buy this guy with 2 6s, so that's pretty powerful. The other thing that happens is aliens are worth victory points in sets. So you have 1 of them, it's not worth as many as having more. So you want to collect aliens for victory points as well as use their abilities. You want to move up the track. It has a cool lose condition where you can, if you flip over before while somebody's still in the negative and they can't pay the victory points necessary to pay, they're knocked out. So it's a whole lot of fun. It's quick. It's easy to set up and play. I mean, this is like this nice alternate take on a Finn game. And what I love is what Steve is fantastic at is he has the he has the tightest balanced numbers I've ever seen in a game. I mean, I've seen a lot of great games, so I'm sure I've seen other tight games, but his is always tight. Like, it's always a close game. You feel like you have all these different decisions, and you feel like you're doing your own thing, but at the end of the day, you're just neck and neck. I love the exploding planets. I love the sense of, focusing the play and focusing the rolls in a push-your-luck game. For a game where you're dice rolling, it really feels like you're making critical decisions, and you can play a strategy. I really like that feel. You can also chuck a die towards your little track here to earn an extra roll or get a free alien card if you move it all the way up. So it's sort of like a garbage reroll section, but it works really well. So this game was a lot of fun. I believe he's in the Kickstarter. There's also going to be a single-player version as well as a cooperative variant, and I highly recommend it. I love Steve's games, and apparently I like Seamus's games as well. So this is Cosmic Run. It's up on Kickstarter. Do check it out. Thanks. Bye.